So to do this amazing trip, we actually got up at 4 o'clock, left at 5, drove to the mouth of the Ugab River, or the bridge where we got down into the Ugab River. And as we drive, the landscape changes. It kept on getting drier and drier, more hilly and more hilly. And as you get there, everything just changes. And you can see the landscape changes, and it's just simply amazing.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and look at the waters around you.
So I'm back off the bakkie. Quickly just want to do a panoramic, and it's amazing. The smell changes, and everything changes. Your whole body changes as soon as you enter here. Look at those rocks over there. How cool is that? We're 6 minutes away from the entrance of the river, and this is the view. I can't see the screen because of the sun. I hope you can see. We entered the river over there, and then this is the gathering. This is brothers and sisters and cousins and friends. We're lowering the pressure of the tire, and then we're driving in there, going to see what that's all about. I'm quickly gonna do a breakfast here below the trees, so everybody's taking things off, putting out tables and getting food, etc. So as we start driving in a group like this, everybody starts to get their rhythm. Somebody has to decide the speed, have to decide whether it's safe for the children to sit on the outside of the car, have to decide who's driving. The wives and the children end up driving quite a bit. Kids to practice, and the wives, so the men could film and chat and do other things, and everybody wanted to try a little bit of the 4x4 part, so that was quite a nice thing. As we get our rhythm, this is basically the first 5 minutes into the canyon looked like this. Kids ended up sitting on the outside. We were driving very slow, and then later on kids went from one car to the other depending on which friend they have at that stage. Amazing.
You still blow out shining in your eyes, like red blood dripping from a western sky. Trapped in a world full of copycats. Were you a lone wolf, baby, making solitary tracks? Indiana girl with an Idaho heart, faith in the Bible, faith in the stars. And I'm a loose rein, honey, no holding me back.
Kids playing on the rocks. It's a very different trip. The previous time I did this trip was with my brother before he had a small child. I wasn't married yet, and so this is very, very different. Every 5 minutes you stop, and I now have a wife that can bring the bucket closer while I film, which is cool. I actually have something to film with. The previous time we didn't even have phones. That was 13 years ago. We had a cell phone, but nothing like WhatsApp. Definitely nothing with a camera. So this is cool. Lovely, lovely landscapes. Amazing. My idea when Brenda and Beshi and Mikon and Lisa and everybody comes to visit is to find a spot like this and camp here for the night. Just hope that we don't get elephants while we camp. Well, the elephants here are actually not aggressive at all. There's lions here, also not aggressive. But this is, just imagine, this is where you wake up right next to these rocks in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We left just after 5 this morning, to arrive at 8, so 3 hours, almost 3 hours driving, just to get to the mouth of the river. And we are about, I would say about 5 kilometers into the river now, so definitely not even halfway before we get out on the other side. We're right at the beginning of the river.
Wow. Dus ek wonder hoeveel lichens daar op is. Geen lichen. Wat? Ek is 'n mos. Ek sê beste mos.
Spot for coffee, tea, below the anna trees, yeah, in the dry riverbed. Have a look at that. How awesome is this? So Mika, the camera lady, sat on the back and filmed. Now every now and then the water comes to the surface. So the water runs in these riverbeds, the water runs below the surface, below the sand. But every here and there you get a spot where the water comes out. This is such a spot. You can see how much greener it is than all around. Sorry for the quick panning. These are tamariskia trees. They taste salt, so they are used to living in the brackish water.
So ons gaan venture on.
Yeah, making them perfect for these riverbeds. This is one place where you actually see flowing water, which is quite nice. There's also even small fish in here. And Mika, the camera lady, decided to jump out to see how our car they actually did drag a little bit on the rock there, or the plates a little bit, so that wasn't great. And then there's in front there was a place where my brother-in-law got very stuck about 6 months ago. They had to get a TLB to come and pull him out. But it just shows this is what these animals live from. There's no fences for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers. So they can access any city, they can go anywhere in their life. And they prefer to stay in these dry riverbeds. They've never been fenced in at all. So they don't know the idea of being inside of a camp. They are just outside of the wild, but they prefer to live in these areas right here. Let's check the elephants out quickly. So some couple of elephants here. Just quickly want to see if I can get it a little bit closer. There you go. Right here.
Agter die bos is daar blykbaar een.
There's another one behind the bush apparently. Let's take my... There you go. It's much nicer in real life than it is on the camera. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Okay, there's another one. Let me just get another angle quickly. Oh, that one's right here. Hiding in plain sight. There you go. How cool is that? Peaceful animals. Okay. Awesome. We have arrived at the Brandberg, this giant mountain here. It's very famous for climbers. I think it's the highest mountain in Namibia, and then I'll leave a link to the Wikipedia page. It's very interesting stats regarding this mountain. Yeah, I wanted to show you this gem, the White Lady Lodge. There's a white cave, a white bushman painting here of a white lady, and there's all mysteries regarding the white lady that was painted on the rocks many years ago. So it's called, there's so many white lady things around, all regarding this one painting of a white lady by the Bushmen since before settlers, as far as I know. But in any case, so this is the White Lady Lodge at the feet of the Brandberg Mountain. I just want to do a quick run through. Just walk. I've only walked in halfway, and I thought, let me turn around and grab the camera. This needs to be seen. So they limit the size of people. You can only be that height and that weight for you to enter here. You can go in there into a reception, pay your fingers, or you can walk in here into the restaurant. Just quickly want to show you. So when my family arrives somewhere, we take over the place. Unfortunately, they are everywhere. Just walk through here. Sorry. This is what you walk out to. How cool is this? Mostly tourists coming here, so we feel very touristy like. And mountains over there. They've got a little waterfall running there in the back. Over there. How cool is that? And then pools for the kids. And this is like a little cactus garden. Hello. Sorry. Fantastic cactus garden here. Little nooks and crannies and places where you can sit. And this is that one, in brackets, invasive prickly pear that I have. I have that here as well, and I have it as a centerpiece. Look how cool that is. With these fruits you can make jams and things. It's not great eating fruits, but it is fantastic jams. And look how wide it has become, fallen over and grown wider and wider. So you can make a really nice fence with this. This tree we call a lady's leg. Our lady's legs doesn't feel like this, I promise. I don't know what cream my ancestors used, but apparently that's what the lady's legs felt like back then. Yeah, so we needed to improve our cream. Our lady's legs doesn't feel like that anymore. I don't know. I've only touched one lady's leg in my life. I say that just in case my wife watched this video. Yeah. And another one. Look how cool this one is. Quite giant. This actually looks different. This is, let me just taste it. Okay, so even though the leaves look like moringa, it's far worse than a moringa. Definitely doesn't taste like a moringa. Any case, so White Lady Lodge. This is what I want to go show everybody that comes to visit me. Either this or similar things. The other place that I have, the other river that I like a lot is the Ugab River. It's an amazing river as well. That's one that I'm a bit more familiar with. This is my first time or my second time at the White Lady Lodge. It wasn't looking like this 13 years ago. 13 years ago it was very basic when I was here. But I've been in the other rivers quite a bit. I think it's very important for the people visiting Namibia to find a local guide to take you into the rivers that doesn't get seen by the tourist. Very important. Spoken to Cornell. Apparently, hey Cornell. Apparently it is a moringa. What does it smell like?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
It's fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh, nothing.
So in flower, it is a Namibian moringa. There's also some medicinal value to it, but I haven't seen it before. And so it's not the lady leg that I thought. The other lady's legs that I thought they were is actually a little bit smoother normally. But yeah, Namibian moringa. So my initial guess of them being a moringa wasn't that wrong. But they do taste very, very differently. So this is the way back from the Brandberg. There is some ostrich. Sorry, I zoomed in on the wrong things there. There's some ostriches running wild here. I've also never seen a cage. Just a funny story. Since I can remember, whenever I drive past an ostrich, I lean out of my window and I scream the direct translation of something that goes like "Chicken!" And I thought I probably got it from my father because he would do something like that. So I asked on a family chat the other day whether he used to do it when we were kids, and he never answered, but my one sister said she also does the same thing. So I don't know if it's just that something that went wrong in our genes, or whether it's something that my father used to do. So I'm making this video. The wind is howling outside, so I'm going to show you inside quickly, and then I'll take you outside and I'm going to have to bring you back inside. So just after Uys, I'll show you, there is the Brandberg there, and then the White Lady Lodge there, and then right after that there's Uys right there, and then we turned from there, we turned back towards Henties Bay. Now, our initial plan was to go from Uys towards Omaruru and then turn back home, and then last night I laid awake and I realized it's Christmas, then it's going to be the day after Christmas, and then it's weekend, and so me trying to get things done and trying to get people to work isn't going to work out great. So I decided to spend the weekend at my parents' house because I'm also not going to see my family for a year. So we decided to do Uys, Henties Bay, Swakopmund, and then take the kids back to their grandparents. They're all sleeping there in the back. They're sleeping, Donna. They were sleeping. But this is what the landscape looks like now. The wind has died down a little bit. I hope you can hear me better. But it's amazing how flat and nothingness all of a sudden it just becomes. As far as you can see, as far as the eyes can see, there's just nothing ahead. So in any case, I'm going to spend a weekend with my family, but I would love to have spent this with you and to have shown you those elephants and to have shown you the river. Please make a plan to come and visit me and come see those wild animals with me. Come drive with me. See how you can make it possible for yourself. I'd love to take you guys there. That's going to be the end of my story. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon.